Hello, everyone. This is Flagler Weather Info. This is the 10th of October, 2025, and this is a update on a nor'easter. Nor'easter conditions are expected to continue into the weekend. Conditions should start to improve by Sunday slowly, but the highest water levels of the fall season are here. And on top of that, on top of those king tides, we do have the winds blowing in off the ocean. National Weather Service has issued a coastal flood warning because of that. Wind advisories for the coastal areas, including all of Flagler County. Gale warnings for the coastal waters. And beach erosion is going to be an issue. So wind advisory is at least in place through Saturday. The wind gusts have not been as high as forecast, but they're still saying there could be 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts along the beaches. So they still have the wind advisory going. So even though the winds do not appear to be as strong as forecast, just be ready for that until they let this advisory go. Coastal flood warning, this is the main thing. 2 to 3 feet above normal dry ground is what we are expecting with this. We're already seeing that now, and we're going to continue to see that with the continued high tides. We're also seeing dangerous beach conditions associated with the nor'easter. So a quick look at what causes the king tides. Certain times of the year, the moon is closer to the earth. And when you get the moon and the sun on the same side of the earth, or the moon on one side of the earth and the sun on the other, it actually kind of yanks the ocean a little bit more. So you get a little more of a tide bulge. So that causes a naturally higher tide. Then you put the nor'easter on top of it, and it compounds it, makes it worse. So we had a high tide of about 2.5 feet earlier this afternoon. So what does that look like? So you can see flooding here in the southeast part of Flagler Beach. This is South 23rd Street. And also water on Flagler Avenue, south of State Road 100. North of State Road 100, because the land is a little higher here, you're not having that problem. So what causes this? Several things. The wind from the north blowing the water in these inlets. So the water goes in the inlets, and then with the wind continually blowing, it doesn't let it back out. You have another high tide, it pushes more water in. Each subsequent high tide puts more water in. And then it goes on and on and on. Plus that north wind, see all this big wide area of water here? It blows all that down the intercoastal waterway and right into Flagler Beach. So there's several factors going on there. The nor'easter and the king tides and which way the wind is blowing. Once the winds begin to shift offshore, we should start to see the water levels start to go down over there in Flagler Beach, and we'll get rid of this tidal flooding. But until that happens, sadly, we're going to be dealing with it. Remember, the coastal flood warning is in place at least through Saturday night. So anyways, but that's a quick update on things right now. Low pressure system developing out here somewhere. It's eventually going to move off to the north. High pressure will move in, bringing in some drier, more seasonable, more settled, and kind of a fresher feeling air mass at the beginning part of next week. And actually, the weather next week looks fantastic, and we'll get rid of all this and get our tide levels at least back to some sense of normalcy. So everybody out there, thank you for watching. Have a great evening.